This guy's a legend. Yo, he's a calisthenic legend. Oh, this is the young legend. Extremely famous. Can you say me, Islaam, because we came out with Team RipRight and That's Good Money, Scott Bernhardt, and Broly Gaines, Bam Bam, who I believe to be a legend. Talking about 100 million views on YouTube. Scott Bernhardt just got that. And do a lot of reps that's not known at all. Drop your 5 to 10 legends in these comments. Let's find out who you consider to be a legend, how long you've been in the game, your ability, the people knowing you. I'm gonna give you guys my top 10 legends, and one of them not even gonna be known right now in this era. Old school and the new school, there has been a disconnect. The new school has watered calisthenics down, so we were the first ones to come out with this, and then I'll give you why I believe each person to be a legend.
باب مفتوح للاجتهادات التقريب. هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، هذا راسخ والى اخره.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all RipRightHD disciples, YouTubers, and viewers, welcome back to a new video on RipRightHD. Y'all seen the title, y'all know what time it is. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. This word, this the big L, you know, this word has been getting thrown around for years, since I've joined the calisthenic community, and I could have just imagined how many years before I came along that it's being thrown around. So you hear them saying, yo, this guy's a legend. Yo, he's a calisthenic legend. Oh, this is the young legend. He is a legend. What is a legend? What makes you a legend? Who makes you a legend? Who determines that this particular person is a legend? Is it because he has achieved a certain ability in calisthenics as far as moves? Is it because he has been in the calisthenic community for a certain amount of time? Is it because he's well known and he's notorious for doing calisthenics? Is it because he's one of the most elite and he beat everybody else on one-on-one battles or bar brawls or you name it, so on and so forth? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So first and foremost, we're gonna go to the dictionary, right? So we got this right here. We Googled it. What is a legend? And we're gonna see if we could get this on the screen. It says an extremely, Google extremely, please. It says an extremely famous or notorious. So we're going to go into all of those words. Extremely, notorious, or famous person, especially in a particular field. Quote, the man was a living legend, unquote. Extremely.
Extremely. To a very great degree. Very. This is extremely difficult thing to do.
Extremely. You heard that, guys. To a very great degree. Very. This is an extremely difficult thing to do. Go to notorious, please. So we can see exactly, we're going to break this down. What is a legend? An extremely famous or notorious. So extremely, a very, very high degree, right?
Notorious, famous, or well known, typically for some bad quality or deed.
Bad quality or deed, but not in this case because calisthenics is a good quality. Okay, guys, so an extremely notorious or famous person, especially in a particular field. Okay, guys, so now when we start to look back on this word legend, who is considered a legend now in calisthenics? And what is considered calisthenics? Some people say the guys that's doing freestyle and statics, that's not calisthenics. Some people say, you know, those definitely CrossFit is not calisthenics. Some people look at guys who work out, but they don't do a high repetition. They don't really consider them to be elite or to be really calisthenic athletes. Some people don't consider people to be calisthenic athletes if they don't battle. So right now, according to Webster or to Google, the person is a legend if he's extremely famous or notorious in a particular field. So guys, I don't know if at the end of this video I'm going to give you my legends and who I believe in the calisthenics community to be legends. And I'm going to give you all old school guys. We're not going to give you the new school guys. So when we start talking about somebody that's extremely famous, can you say me, Islaam, because we came out with Team RipRight, am I extremely famous? I would disagree. We have a lot of views. That's good money. 500,000 some odd subscribers. Is he considered a legend within the calisthenic community? Good Money is well known. I haven't been anywhere except somebody has mentioned Good Money. I haven't been anywhere except somebody has mentioned Scott Bernhard. Somebody has mentioned Broly Gaines. Somebody has mentioned Bam Bam. Are these guys considered legends because they are well known or considered YouTube famous? I mean, according to Google, you might say, unless you're saying they're not extremely famous or notorious. But when you start talking about 100 million views on YouTube, Scott Bernhard just got that. That's Good Money is right there. Bam Bam is right there. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of people knowing of you, knowing who you are. Are you then considered a legend if that happens in a year time? Or do you have to have 10 years in the game? Or do you have to have a particular skill? Or according to New York Calisthenics, do you have to be a rep guy? Now, if you're saying a person is a legend because he can do a certain amount of reps, then in my opinion, I would disagree, because you got a lot of people who can do a lot of reps that's not known at all, that no one knows except for a small amount of people. So guys, this is what I want you guys to do, because we're going to do a series on this, on each particular person in the calisthenics community who I believe to be a legend from the past, and then we're going to go all the way up into the present. So in the comments below, right, drop your 5 to 10 legends. Let's get it going in these comments, and let's find out who you consider to be a legend, because some people probably won't mention Beast because the new school don't know the old school, unless you've been watching Bar History, and I stopped Bar History for quite some time. So if a guy has 50,000 subscribers, he has maybe 6-7 million views, is he considered a legend? What is the bar? So in my opinion, I believe the people, you know, it's according to the people. The people are going to label who they want to be a legend or who they consider to be a legend, depending on different various reasons. I think it encompasses a lot. I think it encompasses how long you've been in the game. I think that plays a major factor. I think also your ability, whether it's reps or whether you have different skills. For example, you have guys that can rep, but they can't static hold, or they can't freestyle. I believe that you're a legend according to what you're able to do. And if you're able to do it well, just like it said, in a particular field, are you considered a legend? Because everybody is not the same. But I'm noticing, according to New York Calisthenics, if you don't rep a certain amount of reps, or if you don't have high reps, they don't even really look at you to be a legend unless you came from the golden era. Like you have a person like Hannibal. We know that Hannibal doesn't rep as much as certain people would rep when it comes to New York Calisthenics. Hannibal can rep, but he's more into statics and different holds. But when you ask certain people that rep, they would consider Hannibal a legend, right? Hands down, they would say, oh yeah, he's a legend. But then if you ask them about this guy, yo, what about this guy? They'd be like, oh, he can't do 100 push-ups straight. You know what I'm saying? But he might be also well known in many different states throughout the U.S. as well as many different countries. So I want you guys' opinion on this, because this is a very good subject, in my opinion, on what is a legend, who is a legend, who is deemed to be a legend. So to me, it's based on how long you've been in the game. It's based upon your skill set, and it's also based upon the people knowing you. I don't care just about the New York calisthenic community. If just the New York calisthenic community know you, that's not good enough. You have to be worldwide, in my opinion, at least to be labeled a legend. People have to know you. You can't just be you could be a legend in your hood. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. But we're talking about worldwide. You being known for a particular thing. And whether it's battling, whether it's reps, whether it's static holds, whether it's freestyle. So I'm gonna give you guys my my top 10 basically, or in between that top 10 legends that I believe to be legends, and one of them are probably not even gonna be known right now in this era, because we're talking about the old school and the new school combining. There has been a disconnect. You have the old school that's not really jacking the new school because they think the new school has watered calisthenics down. They're on YouTube. They're doing this. We were the first ones to come out with this. But a lot of people watching YouTube, how would you know about calisthenics? How would you be inspired if it wasn't for the YouTubers like me, Scott Bernhard, That's Good Money, to bring you various different calisthenic athletes online, and and for them to blow up. So this is just a very short video. So in my opinion, it's based upon how long you've been in the game, your skill set, and and who knows you. So tell me what you think below. Name your top 10 legends in the comments, and then I'm gonna come back with my next video, and I'm gonna give you my top 10 legends, and then I'll give you why I believe each person to be a legend. Stay tuned, stay rip, six pack, big back, big facts.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh